Most engineers preparing for NVIDIA certified Agentic AI examination study these three agent types in the same way that they study the vocabulary. Reactive is fast, it is like a stimulus response. Deliberative is slow, which will do some kind of planning, and hybrid is a combination of both. They memorize this definition and they move on. Now, in the examination, they get hit with a question that says as you're designing a customer service agent and it has to acknowledge a user message under 500 milliseconds, and it should also coordinate with multi-step agentic refund workflow across three backend services. In such scenario, which architecture type is suitable and why is that suitable? Now, when they look into these kind of questions, they freeze because the answer is not just about hybrid. The answer requires you to understand why a specific architecture fails. Let's say if you use a reactive, why it fails in which scenario. The trade-offs is the one that you need to have a clear idea as to be able to answer these kind of questions. And that's what this video is all about. Not introducing you some kind of vocabulary, but the reasoning behind it. See, when we talk about the domain one, that is the architecture domain, it will be actually testing your ability to match the system constraint to the architectural patterns under realistic condition. Every question in this domain has a hidden layer. The surface question can be as what architecture fits, but the real question actually is what breaks if you choose the wrong one. The examination wants you to know whether you understand the failure mode. It's not whether you can recite these definitions. So if you just walk in to the examination hall and know only those labels, you'll get the easy questions right, but you will miss the ones that separates the passing scores to the failed scores. Because as you are aware, it's a professional level examination. The difficulty level is high. The easy questions tends to be very less. So let's talk about the reactive agents. Let's get a precise understanding about what each type of architecture actually means in the context of the agent system. Okay, so let's talk specifically from the LLM based agents. So when we talk about the reactive agent, it operates on the perception action loop. There's no internal state beyond what is in the immediate observation. The agent will see an input, okay, and it will map it to an action, it will execute the action. That's it. There's no prior, there's no memory involved, there's no planning horizon. So the scenario over here is the failure mode is also obvious. Like if you give a task which requires more than one step of reasoning or any form of context accumulation, then in such scenario, this reactive agents will degrade immediately. It cannot reason about the consequences. It cannot perform the planning. So where reactive agents genuinely is the right choices when you're dealing with a latency sensitive application or a task where the action space is well defined. You can think of it like a intent classification or real time routing, or when you need to have an alert response, anything where you can enumerate the expected inputs and map them to the bounded outputs. That's where the reactive agents would be suitable. Then we have the deliberative agent. So deliberative agents is a scenario where we want to maintain an explicit internal model of the world and use that model to plan before acting. The React pattern is basically, we call it as a reasoning plus action, which is the most common instantiation of our LLM agent. The agent builds the chain of thought. Maybe it will decompose as a goal into sub goal. It will select the tool, it will execute, observe, and revise us. That planning loop is the feature. It's also the cost as well. So if you include planning to the reactive agent, that's what it becomes a deliberative agent. So as a result of this, they are slower, So as a result of this, it's costlier as well. They consume more tokens. They are harder to debug because the internal state is the reasoning trace. And that trace can go wrong in very subtle ways. And here, this deliberative agents would be a right choice where whenever you're dealing with the task that requires multi-step reasoning, where it requires the tool composition or goal-directed behavior across the multiple conversation turns. So that's where it's suitable. The research agents, workflow agent, code generation with validation. In all those scenarios and application, the deliberative agents are the most effective ones. And then we have a hybrid agent. So when we talk about the hybrid agent, it will have the explicit routing logic, which determines as which processing path it has to take. Okay, maybe for a fast path, it will have a low complexity, like it will have a fast path for low complexity and time sensitive request, and we will have a slow path for the task that requires planning and tool coordination. Okay, so here that is how we compose the hybrid agent. The architecture view over here is this. It will be a two-layer system. We'll have a some kind of a lightweight classifier. The goal of this classifier is to classify the incoming data. It can be a rule-based classifier as well. It would be at the front and it would feed to either to a direct response handler or could be a planning loop. The memory architecture also gets splitted over here. We'll have a reactive path, which may use only short-term memory, and you might have a deliberative path that might require the episodic memory. So that's the core idea as how everything would work, team. Okay. Now, moving on, let's go ahead and let's compare it side by side. So this slide over here will help you to compare all the three things in a side by side manner. So reactive agent is the one where you would be using for the latency is a key where you want to low latency application. That's where you would be using the reactive agent. Deliberative is the one which will have the high latency. Hybrid is a combination of both. Okay. Now let's make it concrete by considering one example. Think about the production customer service agent at a financial services company. The agent will handle the inbound queries. Some could be simple, like checking the account balance, checking the branch hours, password reset status. So in all these scenarios, you require the sub-second response. So they can be handled reactively. Maybe retrieve a document from the knowledge base and generate the response. In all these scenarios, there's no planning required. But the same agent, which handles the escalated cases such as understanding and looking into the disputed transaction, account fraud alerts, multi API coordination, regulatory reasoning, in such scenario, you want the agent to reason across multiple data sources, potentially maybe call 3 to 4 tools in sequence, interpret the results and produce the response that accounts for the regulatory constraint. If you build this as a pure reactive system, it fails on the complex scenario. But if you build it as purely deliberative system, then in such scenario, your acknowledgement latency will simply blow up. So in such scenario, we are going to use the hybrid architecture. We will have a classifier, which could be a lightweight classifier, which decides as which path to go, whether it should be a fast path or a slow path. And that is what we mean by usage of the three agentic approach, that is reactive, deliberative, and hybrid approach. Okay. Now let's take a look into a practice MCQ so that you get a clear understanding as how everything would work. So a question would go like this. This is a certification style question. So a question would go as an agentic system is deployed in a logistics operation center. The system must respond to driver check-in alerts within 200 milliseconds. And also autonomously resolve the multi-step supply chain exception that require coordinating with inventory, dispatch, and compliance API. Now, which design approach is the one that mostly reflects how the system should be architected? Option A is purely reactive approach with tool calls added for API integration. Option B is deliberative agent that plans before responding to every event. Option C is hybrid agent where you will have a reactive for fast path and deliberative which requires the planning loop, and you will have a shared memory. Option D is deliberative agent with reduced planning depth to meet the latency requirement on all the request type. The correct answer is C. Now let's understand why other options fail here. See, option A fails because here we have to break the multi-step execution, or we have to solve for the multi-step exception. The reactive agent has no planning loop. They can't coordinate across three APIs in sequence with reasoning steps. So that's why reactive is not a default choice. And option B breaks the 200 millisecond SLA. The deliberative loops with LLM based reasoning don't resolve in 200 milliseconds at any production scale. And option D is a trap option where we are saying it as will reduce the planning depth, but that doesn't make the deliberative architecture as a reactive. You are still paying the token, you are still experiencing the latency cost of the planning loop. So this is how you would be able to answer. If you have this approach, if you know what these agent approaches are suited or in which scenario, you'll be able to answer these questions in an easier way. So folks, the key takeaway here is this. If you're preparing seriously for the NVIDIA certified Agentic AI examination certification, the architecture domain is weighted heavily for a reason. It's where the exam separates the engineers who are building the system than people who have just learned the theory. I've put together the structured breakdown of the high weight domains, including the architecture design, reasoning pattern, orchestration, deployment trade-off, along with the practice question, which is calibrated for the actual examination difficulty. So the links are in the description. You can check out the same if you're preparing for the NVIDIA certification. I wish you all the very best for your NVIDIA examination. So subscribe to our channel for more content on Agentic AI. I'll see you next time.